The 303 provides that unmistakably squelchy sound of acid, and a lot of that tone has to do with its characteristic filter. But what happens when we take that raw sound and run it through a wall of modular filters? Will they enhance the 303 or will they just destroy it instead? Either way, the results are definitely going to surprise you. Let's go check it out. So this 303 is a bit of an obscure one. This is the Donner B1. This 303 actually has a built-in drive and tone controls as well as a delay, but I'm not going to be using any of those for this demo, just so that we can focus on the raw sound of the 303, as it originally was. I just want you to hear a bit of the sound source itself. If you just want to get to the juicy filters, feel free to skip ahead. I promise I won't mind. Let's switch over to square. Nice and juicy. Definitely hear that 303 chirp. Okay, for the rest of the video on the 303, we're going to have the cutoff at max and the resonance at 0. First up in our filter roundup, we have the Mosaic 1U filter. I'm using this as a sort of control group. Let's bring up the resonance. Let's go a little bit higher, but Alright, my analysis here, this is very much a utility filter without much character to it, which is of course fine for a lot of purposes, just not for this one when we're trying to find a little bit of spice out of our filter. With this sound, for whatever reason, you really can't go past the halfway point on the resonance without freaking blowing your ears out. Nevertheless, it's good to see this as a baseline because we're just going to get crazier from here. Alright, next up we have Ikarie, awesome filter. In the center, it's basically a DJ style cutoff, so I've got it centered. Let's play around. There's an envelope follower on this guy too, with 3 speeds. I'm on slow right now. Cool thing is you can also drive the input. For this knob, I have it on spread mode. Let's see how you get different effects. I feel like the 303 is kind of quacking right now. Alright, let's switch to the mid envelope follower. And the fast envelope follower. Very weird sounds. Alright, Ikarie, super cool one. This one sounds really bubbly. I love the fact that you can overdrive the input and the 3 envelope follower options give you a lot of variety. You can also go a lot further with the resonance, so you don't have that unpleasant resonance squeal like with the Mosaic control group. This is a nice option for atypical 303 sounds, I'd say. Alright, next up we have the Viol Ruina. So this is a small 4 HP filter, but it does have some tricks up its sleeve. Let's hear the regular filtering just for now. Here's the resonance. Start with halfway. Let's go more extreme. Whoa. Not gonna go further than that. Mangle is distortion. Alright, and then we have these two laser options. Getting that chirping. And the higher laser option. Even more chirping. Alright, and then we have the envelope follower. And the next level up. Let's put our laser down one. And lasers off. So normally Viol Ruina goes from filter to distortion, but let's go distortion to filter. Let's check it out. All right, let's engage the mod. And full on mod. And the laser. All right, my analysis here, this is a great 303 filter. Super small Eurorack size, not too expensive, mono input. I love the fact that you can switch around the filter and distortion, so you can play around with some extra sounds there. It really packs a lot into 4 HP. Nice. All right, next up we have Lacrima Versio. I've got it in low pass mode right now, and the frequency of the filter is all the way up. Turn down the frequency. Envelope follower. It's really starting to whistle with the resonance. Audio rate modulation. There's your accented 303 sound. Super cool. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. You could switch where the saturation takes place. Lots of sweet spots with this one. Oh yeah, it's really screaming. Woo! Let's put it on after. Holy. Whoa. It just went crazy. Ah. That distortion is totally crazy. This filter is super versatile. Love this one. Yeah. Here's your first chorus. Not big into these choruses, but you have them. And here's the second chorus. To me, it's kind of all about the first chorus or nothing, but I usually have it off, actually. I think you can kind of see why this is one of my favorite Versios. I mean, it's got the saturation, it's got the envelope follower. You can position the saturation before, after, or between the filters. The saturation sounds super good on this. The resonance screams, but in a really pleasant musical way. It's not like you want to turn the volume down. Audio rate modulation. I mean, there's just a ton going on here. Awesome option for a 303. All right, next up is the Fala Versio. Sounds nice. This is our first formant filter. We lose a lot of bass there, actually. Let's turn up the LFO. We'll engage our other formant. And here's the saturation knob. See how far we can go with the saturation. Turn the wavefolding down. Alright, here comes the second mode. And the third mode. Alright, Fala Versio. As a Foreman filter, it's pretty unique to this list. You definitely get what it says on the tin. With the high resonance, you get those really vowel-y formants coming at you. And with some modulation, I think that would become even more apparent. It's got a lot of really cool features. I love the saturation, the fold. You've got these two Foreman filters, a resonance control, and an LFO. Plus, you can control the formants on the switches. For this one, if you want to retain the bass, you got to have one of those Foreman filters a bit lower, I'm finding. But, you know, it might not be what you're going for. You could always double this up with like a sub bass and have the 303 be kind of like a mid screechy bass layer. This one's a really cool one. All right, last on our list is the Vult Freak. This has a ton of models on it, but let's start with the one that makes sense for our demo, which is the nitrous acid filter. The thing with the Vult Freak is sometimes if you have the drive all the way down, it's like muting the sound, so you just have to be aware of that. Alright, that is the nitrous filter. Let's select something else. Here's the pulse wave shaper. Super cool. Oh, it's almost like bit crushed. Here's our classic ladder filter. Here's the Ferox filter. There's a sweet spot. This is the Vortex. Here's the resonant filter. I like this one a lot. Sorry about that, got a little carried away. Here's the MS-20 style Vorg filter. So I definitely heard a lot less chirping there than in some of our other examples, so that's kind of interesting. But the Freak gives you so many filter options, it's obviously a great option too. So 7 filters later, what did you think? Is the 303 ready for the modern sound of Eurorack? Which filter was your favorite, and which one did I miss? Let me know in the comments, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want more sonic mayhem. See you next time.